Good evening and welcome. I'm Connie Britton.
And I'm Edward Norton. It's our great honor and pleasure to be in this beautiful hall and welcome you all to the Equator Prize 2014 award ceremony here at Lincoln Center. Probably not many of you know this, but Connie and I used to run into each other on the street when we were both starving actors about 3 blocks north of here, and she would encourage me to go to auditions I didn't want to go to, and I would tell her, you know, you should try out for that student film.
And you came to see a play that I did one time, and you just laughed and laughed and laughed. He thought I was very funny.
We've been kind of doing this mutual support act for a lot longer than you can possibly imagine. So from those days of wondering if we could find a paying gig to hosting this isn't a special pleasure, and it's great to be with you tonight.
You too.
I hope that I speak for both of us when I say that there's really very little that we could ever do in our world of entertainment and telling silly stories and dressing up and pretending to be other people that would be nearly as inspiring as being a part of sharing the stories that you're going to hear tonight. There's very little that you'll see in the world of celebrities and sports and entertainment that is as inspiring as the people you're going to meet tonight. And it is really our great pleasure to be with you in this room, honoring these community heroes who you're about to meet.
Yes. Yes, and I anticipate that you'll be doing a lot of that, and I will be your cheerleader, as it were. I will be encouraging you to applaud. Let's practice again, shall we? Thank you. Tonight we are celebrating heroes. These are true heroes in our world, courageous leaders, and they all are representing in their own way grassroots innovation in extraordinary ways. We're going to meet indigenous and community-based organizations that are forging bold and creative pathways to a more sustainable and equitable world. And I know you're all excited to see that, as am I.
Yesterday at the Climate March, I was... Someone from some news organization asked me if I thought that 400,000 people from all over the world marching in New York City demanding action on climate change was a signal that it was time to take stock. And I said, no. No. The time for taking stock is many, many years in the rearview mirror. The time for taking appropriate action on climate change and environmental degradation is already fading in the rearview mirror. The time that we're at is the time for aggressive action. $400,000 people in the street and many, many hundreds of thousands more all around the world is an aggressive demand. It is an informed civilian populace that knows and is demanding the aggressive action that can only come from national and international leadership. And that is the leadership that has been sorely lacking. So together, let's all implore and pray and hope that this week in New York, it will not be about taking stock, but that it will be about taking aggressive action and demonstration of leadership to do the toothy, hard work that it takes to change our industrial economy and the way that we're degrading our civilization. As dire as the conversation can seem sometimes, what's exciting about this night, and in the 4 years that I've worked with the UN, without a doubt, this night is always one of the most inspiring and exciting because the people that you'll meet tonight are the people who really, really give you hope that despite the inaction at the top, that the front lines of meeting this challenge may actually be being met. The challenge may be being met by very humble people in very humble communities, bootstrapping it on their own, finding ways to innovate, finding ways to marry their desire to raise their economic opportunity and their quality of life while living sustainably within the ecosystems that support them. You're going to see an incredible diversity of approaches and models being used, and I assure you, as dire as it seems sometimes, tonight will inspire you to believe that human ingenuity and innovation in all its glory is alive and well and should give us hope.
So on that note, we can all take a page from the books of the extraordinary heroes that we're going to be meeting tonight, because many and most of them, much out of sheer need within their communities, are living and showing us groundbreaking ways to live sustainable lives. And so I'm really excited tonight to be here to watch and learn from them, and I hope we all will, and then go back out into our world and scream and shout. So Edward and I will have the honor tonight to guide you through this journey, which I think will prove to be an adventure for all of us. And we are going to meet many, of course, you'll meet many distinguished speakers along the way. And, you know, I really just wanted to take an opportunity to let these people know, who are our neighbors from far, far around the world, know how much we appreciate you making the long journey to teach us, so that we sometimes who consider ourselves to be the leaders in innovation around the world can learn from you. So thank you for coming.
More and more people around the planet, especially younger generations, are starting to absorb and accept that biodiversity and the ecosystems that support us are the foundations of life on Earth and intrinsic to the survival of our civilization. We have to not only recognize and celebrate the diversity of life on our planet, but also the incredible diversity of the types of people who are working to protect it. The best part of this role of being an ambassador for the UN is that you get the incredible opportunity to travel around and see what's actually going on in some of these communities. And it is not just powerful, it's addicting. It really makes you wonder why you would ever go back to a movie set and pretend to enact an inspiring story, because the real stories are out there, and I have seen them firsthand. You don't need to go to the movies to meet heroes. You really just need to go through the catalog of Equator Prize winners. The people you're going to meet tonight are real heroes, truly.
And in the same way, as Edward is talking about movie sets, you know, I end up playing a lot of roles where I like to think that I'm playing women who have a voice and create a powerful voice for themselves. But again, these are nothing compared to what these women are out there in the world doing, and you cannot talk about sustainable development without talking about women. And it's time that we have to start realizing that. The economic disparity around the world needs to be changed immediately for the sake of our world. There's no way around it. Economically, physically, in every way. We're going to meet so many women tonight who have defied enormous and oftentimes harrowing odds to create a better life for themselves and for their communities. And these women and men, but just right now I want to highlight the women because, let's face it, the obstacles are great. These women are paving the way around the world to empower themselves and to shift the cultural and economic disparity plaguing nations today. And that is going to make for stronger nations, for a stronger world. So we hope that you will take their stories and their achievements with you, their ingenuity with you, take them out into wherever it is that you can talk, where you can use your voice. Lift your voice up with the inspiration that these people give you tonight, and use it to inspire you to create whatever ways that you can make change. Because we've got to do it, as Edward was saying in the beginning. Now is too late. For biodiversity conservation, for poverty reduction, for realizing a more equitable and sustainable world. Now is too late. So let's do it now. What the heck? Okay, I'm gonna just take a quick cheerleading check-in. Yeah, okay. Let's just make sure, let's do it again. And I would like just to encourage you, as the winners come up on stage later in the evening, to at least double or triple that, because they've really made a long trip and they really deserve it. So I'm just encouraging you for that now.
A lot of the winners that you're going to meet tonight have come a long way to be here. They've accomplished amazing things, often against great odds, as Connie was saying. We have an outstanding program, in addition to the winners, of leading thinkers, activists, innovators, and political leaders who actually are putting their feet to the pedal, leading the world in thought and in action. And to begin with a truly, truly great lady who I've had the pleasure of meeting over the last few years, it's our honor to introduce tonight the Administrator of the United Nations Development Program, Helen Clark.